3, 2, and 1. And we are live, guys. What is the deal? What is going on? This is John Hilton, president and co-founder of One Up Nutrition. I'm joined by our CEO and fellow co-founder, Vadim Mardovan.
How you guys doing?
And welcome to the One Up Nutrition podcast. Today's episode is going to be about how to get into the fitness industry. I'm sure a lot of you have questions on this and would love to hear it. Vadim, major question. How to get into the fitness industry. What do you think, man? Where do we start?
Man, let's start by saying that probably right now, since like the past 3 years, it's probably the best times, and probably the easiest way to get into the fitness industry.
I agree.
And the reason being, obviously, the dark horse here is the social media.
Yep.
Social media, guys. I mean, there's so many ways. Obviously, the first way. You can start working at a company. You can come in and work inside the office. Do all kinds of different jobs. We had a couple of people that started and then they became ambassadors. Now they're sponsored athletes. So that's one way of getting in. And another way, I mean, if you're a regular person and you're a fitness enthusiast, or even if you're just starting your fitness journey, you can start documenting your journey. Everything you're going through. You're putting it out there on social media and you sharing it with other people in hopes that your stories and what you're going through will motivate and help out others.
Yep.
Believe it or not, you might be a guy who's 38 or 38 years old and you're working 9 to 5 and you're working 60 hours a week. You might not think, well, who's going to listen to me? Believe us, there are a lot of people like you who are out there, and they would love to see somebody else who, lives the same lifestyle as them.
Because they can relate.
Exactly, they can relate.
Yep.
Then the question comes up: well, what kind of stuff can I put on my social media? And there's pretty much everything, and the way you should share it. You have to be honest. You have to tell everything that you're going through, and if you know any little tricks, if any exercise that you're doing, if anything helps you meal prep,
Yep.
Anything in those kind of nature that helps you, that will be able to help other people.
I'd say you basically hit them both right there. It's just motivate and then educate, right?
Yes.
So those two, you got to align those two, really, and that's how we started ourselves.
Exactly.
Vadim was really posting his food and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Help educate on the meals you ate, or eating to get
And
that
you started.
physique.
You started with all the exercise.
Yeah, man,
video.
I remember it. I was one of the first people on Instagram posting
Yep.
exercises, and this was back before we had the swipe left and right, and you can do multiple posts in one. So I used to do a little collage and trying to put my whole workout in there and write a freaking huge caption and everything like that. But man, times have changed. But those two things, educate and motivate.
Yeah, times have changed, but the core is still there.
Hope we didn't break anything.
The gains.
What's that? All right, we're back. Sorry.
And as you guys are sharing, John touched on this. He said that that's how I started. Basically, guys, I went on Instagram and started sharing just what I did every single day. I was a guy who worked 9 to 5 in sales, and I like to stay in shape. That was something that I did for 16 plus years before Instagram came around. And I would just share the stuff that I'll do. I like to do my cardio in the mornings. I like to split the workout at nighttime and cardio. And I also partied on the weekends. I never held back. I never let fitness get in the way of my social life. And guess what? There was a lot of people like me that live the same lifestyle, and they had regular jobs, and they were trying to figure out how to live that balanced life. And you should think exactly the same way.
Yep.
It doesn't matter doesn't matter where you're starting off. It doesn't matter. Even I'll go ahead and say it doesn't even matter what kind of knowledge you have. You could be just starting off, and you're like, you know what? I'm going to document my journey, and I'm just going to say, this is what I'm going through. I lost 15 pounds. I lost 20 pounds. I feel amazing. That alone right there, the way you're feeling and how you're reacting to a weight loss or muscle gain will motivate other
People will
other
gravitate towards that.
Exactly.
Yep.
And little by little, you will gain audience. people that you somehow help out, educate, or motivate, and they're going to be following you for those reasons.
Yep.
And guess what, guys? Once your audience starts growing, now you have, you know, now you have audience, you have influence. You can go out there and the more the more educational stuff you put out there, the more experiences you put out there, the more it's going to grow. And then companies will start looking at you because here's a person who's going through everything and they're documenting, or this is a person who's highly educated and they're putting out a bunch of content. Like John was putting out a lot of exercise videos. John, what was your meaning behind when you were putting out the workout videos? What was your
for me, you know, when we started way back in the 90s and stuff like that, like it was all about the magazines, right? And then fitness and, you know, bodybuilding or whatever you want to call it, the gym was really just for bodybuilders. It wasn't for normal people. And that was the marketing too. You pick up the magazine, it's a big bodybuilder and everything like that. And then it's got some small stuff on the diet they could be doing or the exercises they could be doing. And then, you know, that's what we were looking at originally. And now I'm seeing like a huge, substantial shift. No one buys magazines anymore. It's a waste of money. It's all free on social media. And now people are not wanting to see as much the big bodybuilders as much. They want to see people that are probably 1 to 2 steps ahead of them, that they can see they can actually make it to that. It's attainable, right? And they're following them and for their advice and education and motivation. That's what they're getting from those people. It's too far-fetched. It's too far away for someone to be Mr. Olympia or a bodybuilder for the general population. You know, they want the guy that's 1 to 2 steps ahead of them that they can learn from and they could see themselves being like, you know, and that goes for all social media, not just fitness alone, but you know, everything. You're generally following someone that you're right behind or something like that. It's not really being a celebrity anymore. It's more.
If you see somebody that kind of resembles
Yes.
your before picture,
Yes.
and you're looking at this person, and you're like, oh, that was me. That's
can
me
attain
right.
that.
That's me right now. And this person, 12 weeks later, looks like this. I can do this.
Yeah.
Because this is a real person.
Yeah.
This is not a
Real.
professional athlete.
Exactly.
You know, and
I feel like the magazines were pulling wool over people's eyes to an extent for a long time, you know?
and there's a certain level of dedication too, right? I mean, there's a professional athlete, a professional
Yeah,
person.
it's
It's a
too
whole
far.
completely different lifestyles.
Yes.
That's,
Like you said, having
you
a
know,
balance with social life. Those guys are professional athletes.
Yeah.
They don't have social lives like that.
No.
At least most of the time they don't. They're
don't.
dieting and they're trying to train for whatever competition. And now we've shifted and it's awesome.
Definitely.
Awesome.
So, you know, guys, definitely get on social media. There's so many ways to get your message out. You know, you got Instagram.
Yep.
You have YouTube. Now Instagram, you know, Instagram has TV, all kinds of different
Key
features.
is diversification for 100%, because one platform could shut down or bring you down or demonetize or do whatever they want to you, and then you're stuck. But
Podcasts, you can record
on here,
podcasts,
yep.
and you can do that on a weekly basis. You can literally just get on and just talk about your fitness journey,
Yep.
and you can just like, listen, this is what I did for the workouts. This is how much water I drank. This is how my diet was. You know what I found out if I did my meal prep couple nights before, and for 2 days it was good. Like any little trick that you were going through and that's helping you guys out. You know, I found out that since I have to watch my kids after work, it's better off for me to get the workout and everything out of the way in the morning. Believe it or not, people are looking for that information because
they can relate to it.
They can relate to it, and they're going through the same issues as you are. So as long as you're continuously thinking, hey, how can this benefit somebody else? You're going to have success.
Yeah. Really adding value to someone else's life through your own experiences, right?
Exactly. Yeah. And, you know, a lot of the questions, the biggest question we get is, how do I become a sponsored athlete? That's always, you know, I want to become a sponsored athlete in a supplement company or clothing company, you know, you name it. And,
Add value.
Yeah, I add value and start off as an ambassador. You know, align yourself what your beliefs are with the brand.
Yep.
Make sure you do your due diligence in regarding the brand.
Yes.
You don't want to tie your name up to a brand that you do not align with.
Yep.
And then just be yourself. Be yourself. That's another thing that with social media. Just trust me. There are going to be people.
Yeah.
That are going to be just like you, and they're going to align with you, and they're going to.
You might have a small niche even, but at least you have that niche, you know,
Exactly.
and then, you know, and you're respected within it. You know, it's not about appeasing everyone. So if you guys think that you're not worth something because you don't have a huge following, that's completely untrue. Company owners just like us are looking for people just like you. So
Exactly. We started off, guys. We're regular guys.
Yeah.
Regular guys. They're committed to fitness for 16 plus years before even One Up Nutrition or even Instagram anything came around.
Yeah.
Here's an example, guys. Back in the day, if you're a fitness enthusiast and you want to have a fitness show, right? You would have to get on TV, and we know that that's not that easy. Nowadays, you can literally start a YouTube channel and get out there. You might have 1,000 subscribers. You might not have millions of people, but guess what? Now you have 1,000 people. They're tuning in and they're interested in seeing what you have to say, and that's powerful. That's powerful, more than you know.
And don't think you need to do competitions in order to get that. That was the old way.
Yes.
That's the way we knew in the magazines and everything like that. The only people to be sponsored, to be making money, to lift weights and to live this lifestyle were bodybuilders and people on that stage. Now with the rise of social media, we're seeing transition to social media, and the stage is not very important at all anymore. So
definitely,
I would say don't stress that.
If this is something you guys want to do, just start.
Don't just base your physique on what the judges think. Either do it on what you want out of your physique. A lot of people have said that in social media these past couple of years. I 100% agree, because they're going to push you down whatever path they want, and really you should be attaining and aiming for the physique you want in your mind, not what a judge thinks, because the money's not there anymore. I'm telling you. The money's
money
online.
ever there?
For some people, if you really, really excelled at it and became a pro, and stuff like that. But we know those days aren't there anymore. So guys, don't think you need to hop on that stage, and don't think by hopping on that stage you're going to get paid for it or get sponsored or whatever. No, it's about adding value to other people's lives, helping motivate and educate them. Can't stress it enough.
The more people you will touch, the more people you will be able to help through your message. The more valuable you're going to become to brands, to your own personal brand, to other companies. That's what it's all about.
And fitness is growing on such a crazy rate. We were talking about it the other day. It's not just bodybuilding now. It's CrossFit. It's strongman. It's yoga. It's even rehab and stuff like that is growing. And I consider that part of our industry. It's wellness. It's so many different things. So it's not just one thing in the gym being stuck with the lineal fashion. It could be so many different platforms you could be tapping into, depending on what your goals are, what kind of fitness you like.
You're out there, you're working on your body, you're training, you're eating well. It's all part of fitness.
We really hit everything right there.
Yeah.
We just killed it really fast.
It's a straightforward,
Okay. All right, guys, so that's it. This is the end of the podcast. This is a short but sweet one, but we really just killed it with that information, I think. And this is really what people need to know. This is what we're looking for ourselves as company owners, sponsoring athletes and affiliates and ambassadors.
And the most important thing, guys, this is how we started.
Yes.
So this is not something that we're pulling out of the sky.
Yes.
This is how we started. We literally start posting on social media back in 2013.
Yep.
Doing what we love. Doing something that we did for 16 plus years before social media, and we just start sharing our information. It doesn't get better than this. So
Coming from the horse's mouth.
Exactly.
Literally. All right. And if you guys are watching on YouTube, please leave a comment below and let us know what other topics you'd like us to cover. We're always checking that, and we're always looking to feed you guys information you like to hear. But yeah, that's it right now. So for Vadim and John, over and out until next time.